Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to solve the Bastion challenge from CloudFox. This challenge is part of assumed breach application compromise and network access category. It focuses one of the most important AWS security concept, like what happened when an attacker gain access to EC2 instances. Before we start, there are two important things to mention here. The first thing is, if you're using the old CloudFox version, make sure to update it to the newer version because AWS has changed the public service mapping format, so old version no longer work. The second thing is this challenge cost around $3.88 per month, around $4, because it's deploying an EC2 instance. So don't forget to clean up after you're done with this challenge. Now let's quickly talk about what Bastion Host actually is. A Bastion Host is basically a secure entry point into a network. In cloud environment, it's a EC2 instance that the administrator used to access internal system. Instead of expose every server to the internet, you just exposing one hardened machine. So that where the Bastion came up, access everything through it. From a security perspective, this make it a high value target. If an attacker compromises the Bastion host, they often gain access to everything behind it. That's exactly what the challenge we are going to solve. So this challenge is about privilege pivoting, not an exploitation. As an attacker, he gained all the access to the AWS. Now he is going to escalate the issue. So the first thing is we are going to search the EC2 instances. So I am just running the CloudFox command to enumerate all the EC2 instances to this particular profile. So let's wait for the output. We have got the output. We see an instance named Bastion, and there is an IAM role attached to it, something like Reina. That IAM role is the key. If we get inside the EC2 instance, we can inherit its IAM permission. So now the challenge says the easiest way to access the EC2 instance is using SSM. As we seen in the description, we are going to get into this EC2 instance using SSM manager. So SSS stands for system manager. Think of like SSH, but managed by AWS. So you don't need to open port 22 to log in into the SSH. AWS handle authentication. So that's the thing where SSM came up. If you haven't installed this SSM plugin, first install it, because without it you can't start the SSM session. So you can look out this documentation, and based on your operating system you can configure the SSM manager. So now we are going to log into the SSM manager. So I am just typing the command AWS SSM start session. Then in the target parameter, we are going to place the instant ID which we have got it from the previous output. So now I am just pausing the profile. We are inside the EC2 instance at this moment. From the attacker's perspective, this is equivalent to getting a reverse shell. So now we have the computer access. So the next important thing is every EC2 instance has a IAM role which exposes temporary credential through the instant metadata services. So inside this EC2 instance, I am going to run the curl command. So actually this curl command is used to get the role name. So let's check if we are on the right role. It's Reina. So then we are going to generate the temporary credentials for this user role. Now we have got the access key ID, secret access key, then the session token. So what just happened is we have pivoted from IAM user, then we have logged into this EC2 instance via SSM manager. Now we have access to the entire machine. So this is exactly how the real AWS breach happened. So then I am just checking if I am on the right role by using the AWS get color identity command. So now it has displayed we are on the right profile. Now we begin with the enumeration process on each services. So the first target is S3, because S3 is the frequently used to store sensitive data, it often misconfigured. So I'm just running with list outing the S3 buckets. So this command lists all the bucket accessible to this particular role. In the output, we notice a bucket that appears challenge specific, something like Bastion. The naming pattern strongly suggests it's related to this Bastion challenge. So the next step is I'm just going to inspect this particular bucket. Yeah, now I'm just seeing the flag.txt. We retrieve it using this particular command. So I think I forgot to mention the dash at the end of the line, so that's why I'm facing this. So let me correct it. Yeah, now we have got the flag. So now let's copy and check it on the actual challenge to verify if it's a right one. Yeah, this is the right flag that what we have got. Now let's talk about the real world impact. Assume that if an attacker exploit a web application running on a EC2 instance via SSRF or any other technique, the next thing they need to do is like getting the metadata services. So from there they will get the temporary IAM credential. So once they got the IAM credential, they are able to access the S3 bucket, read backup, and they are able to enumerate all the AWS resources and read the secret manager services. Everything they can able to access in the IAM machine. Even they can able to escalate the into further attack. Now let's see what are the mitigation steps are there to protect this from happening. The first step is follow least privileged permission to EC2 roles instead of bordered permission. The next step is enforce IMDS version 2. So it add protection against credentials through the vulnerabilities like SSRF thing. Then keep monitoring the CloudTrail logs for unusual activities, especially for this EC2 instance role. That's it for this challenge, guys. Before wrapping up, don't forget to disable the challenge on Terraform, or else in AWS it will keep charging you. And if you have liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.